Hey, my name is Vicky. Welcome to my channel. I'm a senior at USC and I transferred from a community college. Let me guess. You're either a high school senior or you're lost in life and you're desperate to know whether the myths of community college are true or not. No worries, I've been there. So let me help you. Let's get to it, guys. Let's do it. You might be watching this if you recently just received your college decisions as a senior, or maybe you're prepping for your college apps, or you just clicked here on accident. But hey, I'm thrilled to have you guys here on my channel. In high school, I didn't have a lot of guidance. I just wanted to make this video because when I was in that position, I was so resistant towards going to community college because it just had such a stigma coming from certain people I talked to. But I realized that was just bullshit because for me, going to community college was the best thing ever. It was its own learning experience. So let me talk about my personal experience. I just wanted to give a little context on my decision process. When I came to the US, I didn't really know anything about the system here. I knew about the scores, like SAT and ACT scores that you needed to actually apply, but I did not know my options. I had no idea I could attend community college. I didn't even have to finish high school. I could have just been 18 and apply to community college and take high school classes if I didn't, or take a GED and get that out of the way. I had no idea about these things, so thank you, internet. My guidance counselor looked at my grades and, well, they were terrible, as expected. I had 2.8. I had this dean, he was the best. He was an art teacher, but he also did politics at NYU, and he told me,
Vicky, in order to get into UCLA or USC, all you can do is attend a community college. I did the same to go to NYU and then finally to Yale.
He said, the best you can do is to just go to community college and transfer, because that way your grades are gonna be erased. That way you can just start over, completely over. Community college professors tend to want you to get an A because it's good for them, because then the school wants them to stay on for longer. So some science requirements you can really just get out of the way so easily because they just want you to get an A, so they give shit ton of extra credits, which also lets you have better results. It was completely different to going to USC, and I'm very grateful that I could actually go to Santa Monica College first, because I'd never be in the place where I am today without having Santa Monica. Santa Monica made me step out of my comfort zone. It was more of a smaller school. I met a lot of cool international students and domestic students too. It was just an amazing community where I still network with people from there. At my first big interview at CBS, the big boss that I was interviewing with went to SMC as well. So we quickly bonded over that, and he seemed to really like me for that. It's important to know that some community colleges do have strong alumni associations. I even had a lot of people from SMC going to USC. So whether you're an international student or not, I just want to tell you this because I wish I had someone telling me this when I was crying myself into sleep. High school for me was basically this never-ending cycle of worrying about not getting in because of my grades. And I knew it was irreversible, but it's actually not. You still have a chance. I thought of community college as this bus stop where I wouldn't make friends or do anything. I didn't care about it. But then I actually ended up making lifelong friendships. I think it's a smaller community, and I was definitely very lucky to go to one of those that had a lot of clubs and stuff. But it's really your choice to make the most of your experience. Oh, you got this! Yay! And yeah, I met my boyfriend at SMC. I found a lot of friends at SMC whom I really miss until this day because everyone transferred and left. And that's why I'm doing YouTube right now. No, they're amazing people and we do get to meet. Sometimes. The good thing about community college is that it's cheaper. Like, you can save so much just by attending 1 or 2 years. Community college felt like a post-high school, which was pretty interesting because it was like, yeah, it was just like a transition between high school and real university. And I really enjoyed that because like you get that amount of time to just like figure out stuff and taking classes that do not cost as much as normal university classes would. So it takes off the pressure of like, I have to take these classes because otherwise I'm wasting money. I mean, yes, you are still paying a substantially big amount of money to take those classes, but it's less than you would be paying at university for them. So I think that's a pretty good choice. I guess all I just want to say is that don't waste your time feeling ashamed or worried about not having gotten the oh my god. Don't feel ashamed or sad about not getting into your favorite college or like your dream school or reach school. If you're willing to consider going to community college, you should go for it. If you're willing to give community college a try, you know, you can even call me out on it later. Like, yo, Vicky, you were giving me bullshit advice and like now I'm just suffering here. Yeah, you can blame it on me then. But if, you know, if I can just help out some people by saying this and putting it out there, I'll be very happy. The only thing that you cannot do, I mean, you can apply to like Ivy League schools, but I believe you still need to take the SATs and ACTs. That's why I didn't apply anywhere else because, you know, like UCs and USC, they would let me waive that requirement, and other universities like Loyola and NYU. But if you're trying to get into like Columbia or Brown or something like that, sorry girl, you better go and do your stuff. I had terrible grades because I really hated the way high school was structured. It really didn't work for me. I, first of all, hate getting up at like 7 a.m. And I know a lot of people must work at that time, and like I admire everyone who does, and I do still have to get up pretty early. But, you know, having to get up that early since I was like a first grader, I don't know if that was the cause of it, but like I just had insomnia all the time because like I hated school. So then I would get home at like 4 and I would refuse to study. I would procrastinate until the evening, even when I was very young, like 10 years old. I wouldn't get my work done and I was stressed about it that I wouldn't be able to sleep, and then I would have to get up at like 6 a.m. because I lived very far from my Hungarian elementary school. So that just led me and put me into this like cycle of self-doubt and pretty severe insomnia that I'm still trying to cure. So how did I even get into this topic? As soon as you get to college, you realize that your schedule is now more flexible than it was before. And that's just interesting because like when I first thought about college, I didn't know I was gonna have much more free time on my hands. Like I imagined it to be like a high school 2.0 where I was gonna like suffer like a lot. But no, actually it wasn't that bad. I loved college. I love the fact that I had to take classes that made me view the world differently. I had to take this like women's studies class. I'm trying to think of classes that really changed me. Before taking screenwriting at SMC, I didn't even know what screenwriting was. I mean, I knew what it was, but like I needed to take all these classes in like film production and like writing to figure out what part of film I would want to do, or TV. Because I don't know why, but I just assumed, because like I realized that I wanted to get more involved in film while I was filming my friends. I thought that's what I would be doing. I thought I wanted to work with the camera. But then as soon as I took that one screenwriting class, I realized, damn, I've always been a writer. Why don't I just focus on screenwriting more? Too bad that I realized that like way too late. More on that later.
I tend to laugh at my own inside jokes.
I guess like this is my conclusion, that I was able to go from having a 2.8 high school GPA, feeling completely lost and anxious. I was socially anxious. I felt intellectually anxious, if that's a word. I felt intellectually anxious, and I don't know, I just didn't, like, I was always talking about going to a school like USC or UCLA, but I never actually believed that I would get in, and I think a lot of people feel this way until they actually do get in. But also you have to fight that feeling once you are going there, because you should never doubt your abilities, you know? Like, if you got in, you're there for a reason, and you should believe in that. Believe in yourself. Why do I always feel like when I'm talking so aimlessly, even though I have talking points? So first and foremost, I just want to say that I really wanted to make this video because I remember how it felt like being a senior and knowing I would not be able to wear any sort of like hoodies to show off, because like I just knew I would be going to community college. In college, you can redefine yourself, and also it's so different, you know? Like, everyone is just so much more independent and more self-inclined in a way. Like, you know, you can just really pursue whatever you're aspiring towards, and you can find groups of people who are into the same thing. And this is the real deal now, you know? Like, you don't have to care about the cheer and like the volleyball people or whoever is cool sitting at lunch. No, this is your time to be yourself and just embrace yourself. This is a new channel, so I'm still experimenting with stuff, but as you can see, I post content on college and international student tips, also lifestyle and traveling and thrifting. So if you're into any of those, please subscribe below. I would much appreciate it. Yeah, I love all of you who are already subscribed and are subscribing, and I mean, I just love everybody, you know? Send love and receive love. I'm all about that jazz.
Peace out. See you guys next time.